Rayn, cup final this weekend, doesn't really need bigging up. How important is this match for us?
Very important. We said from the beginning of the year, I think we've spoken about it a few times ourselves actually, we've always wanted to win the cup. It was a target of ours this season. We won the BNI last year, retired it, so we'd like to win the first Champ Cup.
Have preparations been any different this week because of what's at stake?
The squad's a bit tight at the moment. There's a few boys down, there's a few boys who can't play because of registry issues, or I think a few players are ineligible as well. So we've had to taper it off a bit. Can't do much contact, can't do what we usually do, and today was actually the only first tough day.
Let's just take it back to last week, obviously against the same opposition. What have we taken out of that game?
We obviously had a load of changes because, we knew they were going to use their squad, so we thought we'd use ours. So it was a different kind of game that we'd probably expect this weekend, but they were physical. A lot of high shots, high-ish, holding us up, trying to strip that ball off, and that's a lesson we can take out of it. We've got to be super aggressive when it comes to that contact area, and we'll take that into the game. Yeah,
was the kind of spirit shown, particularly in that first half, and what we'll require this weekend as well?
Definitely. There's a few areas where we targeted them, and they targeted us. Like I said, there with the high tackles and stripping the ball from us. But take a few things out of that game, and we could have been right in it. We had a chip when Tux went through, and he could have actually hit me on the inside, and I was straight through. He decided to hold the ball for some reason. And Jonesy and Pete knocking themselves out for I don't know how, and then they're just kicking the ball through. And then we obviously had a try disallowed with Cass with an unlucky shoulder roll. So take that out, and then the game's much closer.
Yeah, for you as captain all season, how proud are you to be leading us into this final?
Yeah, very proud. I think it's been a great season for us. Considering all the changes and a few things that have happened off the field and on the field, we've done very, very well to get where we are today. We've got the highest points the club's ever scored in the league table for the first time, and I'm massively proud of the boys of where they've come, especially this last block here to end off the season with. I think we've been awesome, and we'd love to cap it off with a win in the final. Yeah,
how much can we learn? You mentioned it earlier, the kind of BNI Cup success from last year in terms of kind of winning those big cup finals. We obviously did that last year. Can we kind of go back to that and use that as motivation perhaps?
It'd be tough to, because of all the changes. As we say, we're a very different team now. We're a very different team to what we were at the beginning of this season. So I think what we've done well in this last block especially is we've taken each game as it comes. Jersey was a challenge in itself, Cov away was a challenge in itself, and then we've had Irish away, which we, as I said, we've put in all those changes, and now again we've got a load of changes for this weekend, so it's a completely different game. So I think we've got to treat this on its own.
Yeah, last match of the season, fair amount of boys moving on as always. Kind of we viewing it as one last big effort from everyone.
Yeah, you say a fair amount of boys moving on, but 2 weekends ago we looked around the change room and there wasn't too many moving on. It was a bit of a contrast to the previous season. So last year in that BNI final game, we sort of said it would be a great send-off to all the boys that have served the club so well, send them off with a medal. Whereas this year, we look at a build for next year, and the ultimate prize is obviously to win that league. So I think this cup final we can use it as a huge stepping stone to get there.
Yeah, second in the league, we finished. If we were to go on and win the cup, would it move from a good season to a great season?
It would. Like I said, I think it's been a huge success already with the points tally that we've got. We've had a few massive results for us. Jersey away, 5 points again. Cov away, which we targeted as a tough game, 5 points again. We've Pirates away, which is always huge at the Mene, and we've got 5 points from that. So we've turned the corner in terms of that. Like last year, I remember the last game of the season against Pirates away, we've given away 5 points and had nothing. So already there we've turned the corner, and to cap it off with a cup final would be massive. Yeah, the crowd as well. We're expecting probably our biggest ever crowd. Does that kind of raise the excitement as well? Yes, I hope it doesn't affect the boys' focus, because we've made Vallisware a bit of a fortress. So let's keep it there. The only other game we lost, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Irish at home. So we need to turn that around, and hopefully many of the Ealing supporters will come through. Yeah, just finally, trophies can obviously kind of help a team build with one eye on next season as well. How much could it set us up to go away for the summer with another trophy as well? Yeah, it's not often you get a chance to play for a trophy anymore. They've taken out the semi-finals of the league, and obviously that's gone away, and Irish have gone up, and deservedly so. So this is a huge opportunity to get some silverware. It's not often in your career that you get a chance to play for silverware, so it's massive for us.